Welcome to Mike. This is your host, Micah Cannon, and today I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet for you guys because I don't think this news is anything that anybody else wasn't expecting, and if you weren't expecting it, you've probably been living under a rock. But anyways, make sure to please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot. Go visit my website, Instagrams, of course, all that is gonna be around here on the screen as usual. But anyway, let's get right into the video. So Bill O'Brien, the same guy that got rid of DeAndre Hopkins, the same guy that left Deshaun Watson with literally no weapons in the Houston backfield, he got fired today. And I don't know why people are somewhat surprised about that. I don't know why you're pretending to be surprised about that. He got fired as the GM and the head coach. I personally thought he was going to keep his GM job. I thought he was going to keep saying GM. I just didn't think he was going to be head coach anymore. And it turns out he got fired from both of those jobs because only a really bad GM lets go of a top 3 wide receiver in the NFL in the middle of their primes. Especially when they have a great quarterback like Deshaun Watson. Now, I'm going to explain to you the scenario of the Texans, and you tell me. I don't think a 8-year-old playing as a GM in Madden can do any worse than Bill O'Brien did. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it for you. But Bill O'Brien fired right now on October 5th, 2020, as we speak. Houston has an 0-4 record, so they are completely winless. Deshaun Watson is having one of the worst seasons in his career, one of the worst season starts in his career. Actually, historically, one of the worst season starts. Passer rating is down. Touchdowns are down. Interceptions are way up. He just has no targets out there, and that's why he's doing so bad. Houston also has 0 first-round picks for 2021. Yeah, I said that right. They did not just fire their head coach. They do not have it on full record. They also have 0 first-round picks. So if they end up with the first overall pick, then one of those teams, they traded with one team, I don't know, but one team could possibly end up with a first overall pick. Yeah, sounds crazy, right? But one team could possibly end up with a first overall pick. So Houston has no first round draft pick. Keep that in mind. One thing I think, speaking of the draft, they're gonna have to do is they're gonna have to look for wide receivers. Like if it's Waddle or Smith out of Alabama, they have to go get them. If it's any one of the receivers that have come out of Alabama, they have to get those guys. It's just that simple. Deshaun Watson, he is a great quarterback. He is a $100 million man, but you pay a quarterback $100 million with no targets and no running back, then this is the result you're going to get. A very bad team each year with a quarterback absolutely having to carry and run for his life behind that terrible offensive line that, of course, head coach and GM Bill O'Brien has built around him. He's built nothing around Deshaun Watson ever since he's got there. Honestly, I expected this 3 years ago. I mean, when was the last time Houston had a winning record? Maybe last year and but besides last year and the year before, when was the last time that you saw Houston have a winning record? I'll wait because I don't remember at all. Like I see 9-7. That's a decent year, but I'm talking winning record. I mean like 10 wins or more, and I haven't seen that in a long time. Another thing, DeAndre Hopkins is probably laughing at this clown right now for letting him go. DeAndre Hopkins, he's proven in the league that he is top 3, if not the best receiver in the NFL. Julio has been hurt. I still believe Julio is the best wide receiver in the NFL. Looking at the posters in the background, I am probably a little biased, but I do believe Julio is still the best receiver in the NFL. Michael Thomas has been hurt, but with those two hurt, what's his name? DeAndre Hopkins has definitely asserted his dominance at the wide receiver position, leading the league in receiving just ahead of Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley. So, good for DeAndre Hopkins. I'm glad he got out of that bad situation. He is in a great contract with the Cardinals. They did get upset by the Panthers yesterday, but I believe that the Cardinals are going to be a very, very good football team. I think that the Cardinals have an MVP caliber quarterback. In 2 years, I think Kyler Murray is going to be an MVP caliber quarterback. I think they have a really good defense, a decent offense. They just need to keep building around. They need to keep building around their quarterback. They keep doing that, then I don't see why this team won't be a Super Bowl contender in 2 years. Now, another thing, that a lot of people tend to overlook, and whether that be in Madden or the real game. Houston they have the highest payroll in the NFL with $248 million. So not only do you have the worst team, not only do you not have a first round pick, not only have you just fired your head coach, not only do you have one of the most dysfunctional franchises in the league right now, you also have to pay $248 million this year. 248, the highest payroll. So yes, you could argue that they're going to try and make free agent moves, but what free agent moves are they going to be able to make? Like $248 million, that doesn't leave a lot to get a free agent in the offseason, you know what I mean? That's not, it's just the worst situation I've seen in my history of covering the NFL. It's horrible. It's like, how do you have the highest payroll and the worst team? If anything, I would expect the Chiefs or the Ravens or a contending team to have the highest payroll in the NFL, not an 0-4 Houston team that just fired their head coach. And it's really unfortunate for Deshaun Watson, because if I were him, I would have never took a $100 million contract without them saying that they're going to provide me a target or provide me a running back or provide me an O-line, something for me to work with. This guy, I don't think many NFL fans themselves probably can't name one wide receiver on this guy's team. The only guy that has been notable on his team is probably David Johnson. And that's because he had that 1,000 season where he got hurt, and he hasn't been the same ever since. So Johnson's really been the only notable part of that offense besides Deshaun Watson. Personally, I haven't watched a lot of the Texans this year. I've watched some highlights, and what I noticed is that Deshaun Watson is back there totally by himself. A $100 million quarterback, yeah, you like that, but man, that just goes to show you, I don't care how good your quarterback is. If you don't have any targets, then you're going to be running for your life back there, and that's what I don't like about the situation in Houston. Man, I mean, personally, I don't really have anything to say. I mean, I don't know who wasn't expecting this. An 0-4 record, all I have to say right now is, after that, Adam Gase and Dan Quinn are definitely in the hot seat. Dan Quinn and my Falcons, face the Packers today. They face the Packers at about 8 o'clock. The Chiefs play at like 7:05, I believe, something like that. I believe that the Falcons are going to lose their game, and I think that Dan Quinn, if they lose their game, I think Dan Quinn's going to be fired by the morning. Same thing goes with Adam Gase. Yeah, that Jets team is terrible. I personally don't know what the Jets are waiting on. I mean, it's been so long since you guys have been a true winning franchise and contender. I would think that you would want to get back to that as fast as possible. Not only for the sake of your franchise staying in New York, but for the sake of those fans who have gone through a lot of pain, probably more than Falcons fans have gone through in the years. But anyways, yeah, that's the news for today. Nothing really unexpected, but something worth acknowledgement. They say that a Houston assistant is supposed to step in for the interim head coach. But yeah, Houston, it's time to throw away your season and rethink things. It's time to get stuff around Deshaun Watson and Faz, or else he is going to leave Houston. He is going to want a trade. Deshaun Watson does not want to be running around the field for the rest of his life, running for his life. So, yeah. Thank you for watching this episode of On the Mic. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Stuff's going to be up here. I also have a feature and a co-host on this show called The Breakdown, featuring Harrison and Desmond, two of my really good friends who know a lot about football, probably just as much as I do. I would like you to check out that channel. That link is probably going to be down in the description along with my 2 Instagrams. But thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next episode.